Now, from the nation's capital, here's the Pentagon Channel's ATS in brief.
The first woman to fly on any U.S. military high-performance jet team spoke to visitors Wednesday at the Women in Military Service for America Memorial in Arlington, Virginia. Air Force Major Nicole Malachowski, now in her first season with the Air Force Thunderbirds, flies the number 3 jet as the right-wing pilot in the Diamond Formation. When you dream big, she says, anything is possible.
The message to all young Americans is that it's great to have a dream. It's great to have goals. Again, pursue something that you are passionate about, and then pursue excellence in that, and surround yourself with a positive team. And I hope that when they see the Air Force Thunderbirds, they realize they can achieve any dream, and that a great team to have is certainly the Air Force.
Major Malachowski has also served as a fighter pilot in Operation Iraqi Freedom. You can see more on the Major and her contributions to the Thunderbirds on Around the Services at PentagonChannel.mil. Dozens of armed fighter jets were in the air over the U.S. and Canada minutes after a small plane crashed into a high-rise building Wednesday in New York City. Coast Guard video shows a single-engine plane carrying New York Yankee pitcher Corey Lidle and a flight instructor slamming into the apartment building. Admiral Timothy Keating, commander of U.S. Northern Command, says he authorized a scramble of fighter jets just moments after the incident.
The fact that we were able to have dozens of fighters airborne in a very brief period of time, I'd rather not say how long it took, but it was in less than 10 minutes, for example, we had fighters airborne over New York City and Washington. So I think the message to the terrorists is we're ready.
The U.S. strategy of standing down as Iraqis stand up is still valid. That's the word from the senior U.S. commander in Iraq, General George Casey, who briefed reporters Wednesday along with Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld at the Pentagon. But General Casey says he's not comfortable with the recent rise in sectarian violence in the Iraqi capital.
The plan that we have in effect in Baghdad has affected the levels of sectarian violence in Baghdad, not as quickly as we would have liked. When we first started our program in Baghdad, we saw a sharp drop-off. Then they fought back, and now we've been fighting back, and it's going back down again. But it's still higher than we like. And this is going to be a long-term process. It's not going to be something that we're going to get done quickly.
Yes. Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld and General George Casey also addressed North Korea's attempt to test its nuclear capability. Secretary Rumsfeld called the North Korean test a fresh demonstration of the threat posed by violent extremists.
Points up the critical importance of cooperation among the international community. The task is to marshal sufficient leverage so that Iran and North Korea and other countries can be dissuaded from their current course. Clearly, that's a problem that no one country is able to deal with alone.
The commander-in-chief says North Korea's attempt at nuclear testing is a threat to international peace. At his second press conference in a month, President Bush told reporters at the White House North Korea is raising tension in the region and the United States reserves all options to defend our friends and allies in the region.
There must be a strong Security Council resolution that will require North Korea to abide by its international commitments to dismantle its nuclear programs.
Construction workers are putting the final touches on the Air Force Memorial this week in preparation for the dedication ceremony Saturday in Arlington, Virginia. The memorial features 3 stainless steel spires stretching 270 feet into the air overlooking Arlington National Cemetery. The weekend ceremonies include performances by the U.S. Air Force Band and recording artist Leanne Womack. The dedication also features the Air Force drill team as well as interactive and static displays. The Navy is preparing for a big milestone. The service turns 231 years old Friday. The United States Navy traces its origins back to the Continental Navy, which the Continental Congress established on October 13, 1775.
To find out how you can watch the Pentagon Channel where you live, log on to PentagonChannel.mil.
TSP share prices for Thursday, October 12th opened at $11.59 for the G Fund, $10.94 for the F Fund, $14.87 for the C Fund, $17.57 for the S Fund, and $20.33 for the I Fund. For the Pentagon Channel, I'm Marine Staff Sergeant Raina Barnett.